A very good morning to you all. My project is an interior design of a restaurant. Basically, the theme of the restaurant is an anime called One Piece. It is a very close to my heart, and I wanted to pay a homage to the design. Uh, during the basically why One Piece, uh, or rather, what One Piece means to me. This is an anime based on like bonding, achieving dreams, togetherness, friendship, having hope and freedom. Things like I missed during COVID lockdown. I was all alone, and I it helped me go through my anxiety, depression, and mental state. And let me give a brief about the story. Okay, this is Goldie Roger, a famous pirate. It starts with him, like he gets caught and he announces that all his treasures are kept in the vault and whoever finds it gets to keep it. And after that, many young people gets to the sea. And similarly, a 17-year-old boy named Monkey D. Luffy sets from his hometown to become the king of pirates. Now, let me allow you to demonstrate the characters of this anime. First is Monkey D. Luffy. He's the captain of the crew. He's a Gomu Gomu devil fruit user. Gomu means rubber. So basically, he's a rubber man. And devil fruit is a very powerful fruit. When you eat it, you get specific unique powers. However, it takes your ability to swim. Then is this swordsman, pirate hunter Rorona Zoro. He uses a three-style sword or Santoria sword. And he wants to become the greatest swordsman of all time. Next is Sanji, the cook of the Straw Hat crew. He wants to see the All Blue. It is a place where the fishes from the north, south, east, and west gather. He wants to see that. And the restaurant he used to work on is named Bharati. So from there, I kept the name Bharati for my restaurant. Next is the sniper Usopp. He uses a slingshot as a weapon. And he wants to become the greatest adventurer. Nami, she is the navigator. She's the navigator of the ship and she wants to draw the map of the world while traveling, basically the ocean map. Then is Nico Robin. She is a Hana devil fruit user. Hana means flower. She can bloom any part of her body from anywhere. And she can read the Poneglyph. Poneglyph is basically a stone carving language which only she can read. And she wants to find the Rio Poneglyph, which tells the history of a 100-year void story. Then is Frankie, the shipwreck, and he's also a cyborg. He wants to build the strongest ship, which can travel the whole world. Next is the doctor, Tony Choni Chopper. He's a reindeer, and he ate Hito Hito devil fruit, which allowed him to able to talk to humans. And he wants to study medicine and cure all diseases. And lastly, the musician of the group, Brook. He is a Yomi Yomi, meaning revived devil fruit user. He came back to life and he made a promise to his friend to meet again before he died. So he wants to keep his promise even after coming back from the dead. And lastly, the two ships. First on the left, we see Going Merry. This is the first ship they had. And after it was destroyed, the shipwrecked Frankie designed another one, 1,000 sunny go. It can even fly with the power of cola, which are stored in barrels underneath. Now, let me give you an idea of the map for the anime One Piece. Like, this is the Grand Line. The horizontal line represents the Grand Line. If you want to collect the treasure, which is One Piece, you need to cross an upstream mountain called the Red Line, and then pass the Grand Line. And Raftel is believed to be the last island in Grand Line where the treasure is. And if you see there are two green lines, these are called calm belts on both sides of the Grand Line. These are when a ship passes through the calm belt, the ship becomes very stationary, and it is very easy for the Marines to catch the pirates in calm belt. And there are a few objects for inspiration from the anime which I used in my design. First is the Poneglyph, which I talked about, an ancient stone. The red one is a road Poneglyph. It tells the location for the treasure One Piece, and for the blue one, tells the history of ancient weapons which are deadly for the world. And then is the devil fruits. They gave you immense power, and each devil fruit has its own unique power. And whoever eats it first gets the power. After that, it's nothing. And for every pirate, symbols are their identities, and each have their own. So also there's in the design. And then there are hats of the brothers, Luffy, Ace, and Sabu. They are not brothers by blood, but their hats in the design represent their strong bond and affection for each other. And every famous pirate have their wanted posters, so that as well. And there are a few specific scenes or moments in the anime which I've used. Like first is the Arabasta arc, which showcases true friendship. And you can see the X mark in everyone's hand. It means nakama or friendship, friends, and it will last forever. It's a sign of showing that they will be friends forever. Like it was a scene where Marines were supposed to court them, but to show that they will remain friends forever, they couldn't say they were friends, so they showed a sign with an X. And then is Skypiea or Sky Island. Like the Straw Hat crew find an entire island up on the sky, and the sea is filled with clouds. They explore them, and later is the Marineford arc. This is a very special arc. Here he lost his brother Ace during war, and he came back to pay respect to his brother, and at the same time send a message to his crew members with whom he was separated. You can see on his left hand there is a code for his members, like 3D, which is crossed, and 2Y. It basically means they were supposed to meet after 3 days, but now they will meet after 2 years. Then is the Kokoyashi village. Basically, the Nami, the navigator, was brought up here by adoptive mother, Bellemere, and she was killed by Marines, and the only memory of her is the Tangerine Garden. When she got into the ship, she took one of the trees with her. Then is the last one, the Thousand Go Sunny. There's an aquarium in Thousand Go Sunny, the ship, like where they keep all the sea creatures they caught later to eat. And there's a very cozy place for them to talk. Now, let me come to my design part. First, the project brief. Okay, the name of the restaurant is Barate. It is a two-floor restaurant, around 8,600 square feet. It is in Uttara Dhaka, it's a very quiet place. The location with, as you can see in the side surroundings, and the southeast is has a park view and a lake. Like it is very windy and all. And on the northwest, we have 7 and 9-storied building, residential buildings. This is my existing plan. This is basically a U-shaped plan with a chance of courtyard in the middle. And this was my proposed plan for ground floor and first floor. Let me go through the programs. First, here we can see the entry. From the main road, there is an entry. Then on this side is the reception. There is the stairs. This is the dining zone, floor seating dining. And this is dining zone 1. Sushi bar. There's a courtyard. And on my north side, which was blocked by a residential area, I kept all the service area, the washroom, male, female, and the cooking area, storage, locker room, and the service entry. And on my next slide, we can see the first floor arrangement. After getting up, there is a manga corner or comics corner where they can read mangas and all. Dining, another dining, pantry, washroom, and a terrace. Now, if I go back to my 3D designs, this is the entrance. Like, if we see here, there's a replica of the ship Going Merry. Like, they started their journey from the east, and this side is the east. So then from there, the steps represent the red line, like which they go up the mountain. From there, when they cross, they get to the Grand Line. This is basically an idea of the map, which is here. Like, if I go to my interior part, first what we see is a normal door, like when entering. But if you see the handles, these are katanas or swords of Zoros. And upon entering, we see a glass floor with underneath a treasure map, which goes directly to the first floor. Then underneath there are barrels stored for cola for the ship. And there we can see the Bharati actual design, a replica of the Bharati actual design, which was used in the anime. And on that side is the park view, and this side is the courtyard. Then this is what I got inspired from the Sky Island, and a cloud-based reception table with lightning coming out of it. And if you look at here, I lighted this black wall with the wanted posters of all the One Piece characters and everything. And for there, in the back, we can see like a red wall paneling, and on the stairs, we see some blue wall panelings. This was taken from the idea of the poneglyph, the stone carvings with famous and life quotes from the One Piece. And lastly, for the centerpiece, the lighting fixtures, I used the hats of the three brothers, representing their bonds and affection. And if we go to the other side of the room, then we get to see, first of all, what we see is the circulation. I kept the glass floor with water underneath, so they get a vibe of their above on the sea. And there's both seatings on the both sides. This is raised with floor sitting, and this is normal bench sitting. If you look at the tables, there are pirate symbols lasered on them. Like, everyone has their favorite characters, and everyone likes, so they can choose where to sit. Like, if they want to sit on Zoro, they sit on Zoro's area, or Luffy, or whoever they want. And for the lightning fixtures, I used the idea from the devil fruits of the two brothers, the fire and Gomu. It is done in a colored paper with the papers. Then is the sushi bar. For the sushi bar, I have taken the idea from the aquarium. Like, there will be fresh fish inside, and they can see the fishes there. And for the seating, I used barrels, but I slightly altered it and changed it, so it becomes light-weighted. Then there is the courtyard. Here we can see the tangerine tree of Nami, a hidden poneglyph wall, and this is the music corner for representing Brook. Then we have the manga corner in the first floor. Like, here you can come and relax and enjoy comics and create a book club or something. And on this side is the code with lighting coming out of it. And for this, there is another view. Like, we can see all the windows from here with the view, and they can open it as well. This is the Hall of Fame area. Wall paneling is done with all the characters in it. And lastly, the terrace. Here, I have used a pergola with straws, and even the straw ropes are used on the side as well to create a barrier as there's a residential building by the side. And then for the materials, I used dark walnut in windows and wall paneling, light ply for furnitures, metal for support and ceilings, and epoxy for the outdoor furniture. For colors, I used red and blue from the logo itself, One Piece, and white in the walls to contrast with the wood texture. And I used black to highlight some of the walls. And lastly, like, basically in Bangladesh, the ceiling or the roof is basically unused. So I proposed an idea to use solar panels, as on the south we have a park. So there will be, and there's no chance of getting a high-rise building on the south, so they can use it the south side and save energy and use it efficiently, the solar panels, and also create a herb garden or vegetable garden, so they can have their own herbs for the cooking. And this was my presentation. I actually wanted to create a space for particularly animal lovers to gather around. Like, basically in Bangladesh, it is a very small community, and basically it is a taboo to say like you're a fan of or your hobby is to watch animes. They don't take it nicely. So I wanted for them to gather a place. They can come around in a place where they can gather and share their experiences, like what they like, what they don't like about the anime. And from this one particular anime, other anime fans will wonder, like, we want another, like, there are some more classics like Naruto or other animes. They want different designs as well, with this being the start. Thank you.